Nearly 400 couples said "I do" in this mass wedding that took place in an Arkansas park during the rare celestial event. Some are wondering if we'll see an eclipse baby boom or an eclipse divorce boom is another one as well. Meantime, some folks on that Eclipse Delta flight from Texas to Detroit were left really disappointed. Even though the pilot did try to perform some special S maneuvers, the angle of the sun made it very difficult to see.
I hope they got a refund.
I hope so too. They did give them sun chips, which I thought was cute.
And swag, apparently.
Yeah, they had to pay extra for this particular flight because it went on the arc of the totality arc. Okay, millions of solar retinopathy. Millions of us lit into total eclipse of the heart as we were. Yeah.
You just said listened and just kept going.
You need to stop talking. As we were celebrating, the song did hit #1 during the eclipse. And Bonnie Tyler shared this photo on Instagram, captioning it, "Safety first." Way to go, Bonnie. Good to see you. So what do we all think about the eclipse, and how is such really a shared moment for us as Americans? Before we get to everything, New York Times had this great satellite video, and I want you to see this. It's the globe, and it's the world, and it shows us as the solar eclipse, the darkness that followed throughout the world. So that's the path of totality, which was really cool to see. We also saw a group of girls at a New York City ballet school looking out and seeing it, and hopefully with all glasses, but being very excited to share the moment together, something they won't forget.
That's
so
beautiful.
What do we think, guys?
I'm happy to see Americans come together.
Yeah.
It's been a rare occurrence lately.
Agreed.
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but I do want to talk about the retinopathy or whatever it's called.
Way to say it,
because
right?
this is a big deal.
Okay.
So according to a number of the top ophthalmologists, if you stared right into the sun and you're experiencing symptoms like blurry vision, headache, blind spot, increased sensitivity to light, hopefully it'll resolve within 3 to 6 months. But they said
3 to 6 months. 3 to 6 months.
However, some, quote unquote, some will suffer from permanent vision loss.
Oh, okay. So Sam,
so this is serious, you guys. In fact, a kid, can we play the video of the kid on CNN? CNN played it. The kid burns his eye. Watch this. I hope he does not. Oh,
he was scared, I think.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I'm hoping it didn't
Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, hopefully is he okay. And I do want to take this seriously. In 1791, John Quincy Adams, our president, was partially blinded by himself looking directly at an eclipse.
Yeah, can I go back a little bit?
Please do.
Why would this produce a baby boom? Like, is that the 4 minutes y'all chose to get it in?
Well, if you got married on the eclipse,
you're consummating the marriage.
Honeymoon.
Okay.
Yes,
right?
that would be something else to show. Jeff, how are you feeling about this?
How do you think I'm feeling?
That's why I asked you.
It's ridiculous. Here's my thing, and I'm not making a joke, I'm not poking fun. I'm just saying, the mental capacity of some people in the United States is staring at the eclipse. I understand in 1700s our president might have done that because he didn't know better.
Donald Trump also
in
did
2000,
it. Yeah. Go ahead.
Go get your jab in there.
I will.
But in 2024, if you're not teaching your kids, or your school's not teaching your kids, don't stare at the eclipse, and then we have a park full of people with no glasses on staring at the eclipse. These people are voting for our presidents. They're online, and next time you get made fun of online or someone talks, look at this group of people staring at the sun with no eye protection on.
Yeah.
This is I'm not even joking.
I'm not either.
The mental capacity of where we're at in the United States with at least 20% of our population is frightening.
It is. You're
frightening.
Right. And they're going to show up to vote. They will. Those are the ones that line up all day.
I want to think of this more positive.
Okay, good. Let's go back.
Because we were having the conversation about how a lot of people were feeling very worried because they thought that, historically speaking, they thought it was a bad omen, that there were things that were going to happen as a result of the solar eclipse. And I think that that's also the power of just manifestation and self-fulfilling prophecy. If you're looking for something bad to happen, it will absolutely happen. conversation, but a lot of people chose to look at very positive things like getting married and, you know, having this community aspect of enjoying something that we all over the world were able to experience. And so I think I look at it that way.
I think that's a beautiful thing.
If we are gonna, I mean, if we're gonna talk about the eclipse, like, why not? It's not politicized. It has nothing to do with socioeconomic status. Let's just be positive about it.
And also, can I add to this? Science. We could predict it to the second. So if you were ever questioning science and you looked at the eclipse, maybe rethink your thoughts. Because the science is what got you the prediction of the eclipse.
I like that.
Perhaps climate change, other things science has predicted might be more correct. I don't know. Coming up on DBL, our interview with Dean Norris and Michael Trotter from Law & Order Organized Crime. What's it like playing brothers? And new reports are saying that Matt Lauer is planning a comeback. Does he deserve to return to TV after his scandal? Welcome back to DBL. Yeah, you should show us the. Okay. Matt Lauer is reportedly planning a comeback into the media, and Matt was fired from the Today Show in 2017 after a female colleague accused him of sexually assaulting her. Although no charges were filed against him. We want to make that clear. Matt has always denied the allegations, and he made a very rare appearance with his girlfriend at Don Lemon's wedding. This is last weekend, and they've been on and off since 2019. Does Matt Lauer deserve a comeback? Erica Cobb of the Comeback with Erica Cobb podcast, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Tori.
Yeah.
Where we believe everyone's deserving of the comeback they're willing to earn. Yeah, I think that this is a really great example of everyone is deserving of a comeback. It doesn't necessarily mean that you get to come back to where you left. I often think of, back in 2013, I lost my job for doing something I wasn't supposed to do. And it was after having, basically I got drunk at an event and said said something on the microphone that I shouldn't have said. But anyway, when I think about that, first of all, that was something that helped me because it made me rethink what was happening in my life, what would cause me to make an action like that. And also, it gave me a sense of, while it was incredibly unfair in terms of like my body of work, I had never made a mistake like that. Should I be punished that way for one thing? But we are all responsible for our own actions. And this is something that clearly was a pattern of behavior for him. And he's had a lot of time to sit and think about it. And if he wants to come back into the public sphere, which would be a pretty brave thing to do, understanding all the scrutiny, then he's allowed to do that. He's just not necessarily should feel like he should come back to the Today Show.
We need to hear from him because he hurt a lot of people. In order for us to see if he earned that comeback, so to speak, he was a jerk. Okay, I know he wasn't held criminally liable.
But he was fired.
He was fired,
right.
And his actions for years caused not only his colleagues pain, the people that worked underneath him pain, but also his family pain. I just don't want to support anybody that perhaps gets off on being a bad person. So if he's changed and he hit rock bottom and he's done the work, then I think he can have a comeback. But we haven't heard from him, so how do we know?
That's fair.
Yeah, it's tough because I'm all for people having a comeback, right? But I do have my limitations too, and prejudices, I would say. Because if someone does something sexually to a child, there is no room for a comeback for you. So I'm hypocritical in that aspect that everyone deserves a comeback.
No, you have a
because they don't.
line.
If you
I agree.
sexualize a woman and you sexually assault her against her will, there is no comeback for
Right.
you. Even though he was not convicted
Correct.
of these crimes.
Investigation at work, though, he was fired.
Right, but that's different than
Right.
being convicted of a crime,
Correct.
right? I don't know that if someone's delivering news, how talented you have to be to deliver that news. It's not like you're a prize fighter and you're the best in the world. I don't know if Matt Lauer just might leave a bad taste in people's mouths at home from the news. And now people might say the same thing about me, and you might have your lines where you cross, or I say, maybe you can make a comeback. I think Chris Harris, the Bachelor,
Harrison.
I think he definitely deserves a comeback, right? There's two different scenarios. Hey, that was quick on the draw, you guys in the booth. Good job. But I have my own.
Dr. Phil's new network.
Yeah,
Harrison.
I have my own opinions about it. And if you have your own too, that's okay. I'm just giving you my little spiel.
I appreciate what resonated quickly with me was when you said bad taste in the mouth. I just don't know if I'd want to hear the news from him because of the abuse of power that they found. I agree with that a lot. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Christopher Maloney is back to being a detective in Law and Order, Organized Crime, and now Dean Norris and Michael Trotter are adding some new family drama as his brothers. And earlier, we shared how they're shaking things up.
Hi, Dean and Michael. Welcome to DBL.
Yeah. Dean, let's start with you. Before we get to Law and Order, you've been in so many movies and TV shows. We've all seen them, including the final episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, one of my favorite shows. What was that like? What was the cast like? What was Larry's mood? Was it somber? Were you guys excited?
It was fantastic, man. It was such a kind of bucket list thing to do, and hanging around with those guys and watching how they create that show. Larry was just funny and excited, and the whole cast was, man. It was just a great, and you saw all the guest people that were in there, So I got to see all these guys and Jerry Seinfeld and all that stuff. It was awesome.
What a fun experience, yeah.
His accent was great. Out of order. I thought that was great. Very good work, sir. Michael, you and Dean play the brothers of Christopher Maloney's popular character, Detective Elliot Stabler, on Law & Order, Organized Crime. And I wanted to know, how brotherly was Christopher on set? Because he's like a really funny comedic actor as well.
Yeah, he's extremely brotherly. Look, it's his set, and he takes it incredibly seriously, but he also strikes the perfect balance of, needing to take charge when things are moving as quickly as they need to, but also has, an immense ability to treat it like something that needs to also be fun. And so it's been great to work with them both and to watch them work, frankly, because their rapport. I'm ironically, the youngest of three boys in my own life, and so just being able to watch how natural their banter has been a blast to have that that viewpoint. So,
that's amazing.
Great.
That's awesome, and that kind of leads to my question, because Dean, as the oldest Stabler sibling, you don't have the best relationship with Elliot. So, can you break it down? What's behind this beef?
Well, yeah, basically, my character Randall left the house at 18, and for his entire life, Elliot believed that I kind of left them in lurch and didn't kind of, want to help the family. But it turns out that things are more complicated. We find that out in a couple episodes ago with the at the dramatic dinner table scene. So in a way, I've been kind of protecting him, but he thinks I kind of deserted him. I
just want to know, you said, Michael, you were the baby of three.
Me too.
Yeah, you too, Jeff.
Yeah.
How can you guys relate to the sibling drama? Did you act like the baby, Michael? Have you always been the baby?
Well, it's a little bit different than my own life, because I grew up with my brothers. I lived with them and have a sort of a shared history, and the difference with this is that they were older than me and they weren't around. And it was important for me to kind of find subtle ways to represent that reality.
Sure.
It's to sort of contrast the rapport that they have, because I think Joe's relationship, not just with Elliot, but also with Randall, is a bit forced because he wants to have a history with them. But the fact is that they weren't around, and he kind of did grow up on his own, and they're brothers by name, and that's, what unites them. But in terms of daily exposure as a kid would with a sibling in the house, I don't really have that.
All right, well, we can't wrap the interview without officially saying, Dean, happy birthday. I have to ask you, is there anything that you really want to do at 61?
Hey, wait a minute. 61? Who told you that? I'm 51.
It says 61 in the camera, and now that's going to be going out to the country. Yeah. I thought 61 was like.
I thought 61.
I was like, look, we age differently. Men don't exfoliate.
He looks great.
Yes.
So what about plans for 51?
Yeah, I'm going to run a marathon today, and I'm going to do some, have a few glasses of wine later, and write a movie. That's what I'm going to do.
Wow.
All right.
I really do.
I can't wait to see what you do at 61.
Yeah, right. Dang. Dean and Michael, thank you so much for joining us. And DBL Nation, you can see them bring some family drama in a new episode of Law & Order Organized Crime. It airs Thursday nights on NBC. Thank you, gentlemen, so much. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It is April, and Dean did have us fooled about his Hollywood age. He's a good actor. What are you going to do? Happy 51st again, Dean. We'll be right back.
welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out. Steph, I'm ready to go shopping. What do you have for us today?
Hey, Tori. Hi, DBL Nation. We are so excited to show you all the deals today, and believe me, they are great. So let's check everything out. First up, we've got the Sharper Image Spa Studio 8-inch LED vanity mirror with a wireless charging pad.
Oh, I like-y.
Normally, this is $159, which is pretty pricey.
Yeah. Tori,
we've got it for $29.99. That's saving 81%. Next up is the Eaton Sidekick Emergency Alert Radio with SAME technology. Ooh. The deal includes one Sidekick. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Normally this is $100, which is pretty good if you're in an emergency.
Right.
We've got it for $64.99. That's saving 35%. Next up, we've got the Case Logic 2-piece laptop bag and sleeve bundle. This deal includes one laptop sleeve and one laptop bag.
And I like how simple it is.
So handy, so simple, and also very protective.
Yeah, okay.
So normally this is $73.
No.
Tori, we've got this set for $15.
For both?
Saving 79%.
For both?
Yes, Tori. Isn't it amazing?
You little price wizard.
Our last product is the 4-pack Tervis triple insulated stainless steel tumbler. It includes 4 tumblers. The 4-pack is available in 3 color sets. You can get 4 gray, 4 pink, or 2 gray and 2 pink. These 24-ounce triple insulated tumblers will keep your drink's temperature for up to 60 hours. So normally these are $30 each, which is a great price by itself. Right. Tori, we have got a 4-pack for $29.99. That's saving 75%.
$29.99 for 4.
I know, and
you're gonna get all the pink.
This has got my name on it.
Head on over to morningsave.com, y'all, to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you can even scan that QR code right on your screen, and it will take you directly to these products on Morning Save's website. Thank you so much, Steph. Before we go, we got to give a big shout out to the UConn Huskies. I don't know if they do that, but the men's basketball team won a repeat championship last night over Purdue. It is the first back-to-back men's NCAA title since 2007. Way to go, Huskies. I watched the game. Purdue was great in the first half and then kind of fizzled out a little bit. But Zach Edey, the big man, 7'4", will definitely be in the NBA, I think. What do you think, Jeff? I'm really into it.
Vera's well played. Well played. Yeah, congratulations, UConn. They cheated a lot. I'm just kidding. They did. They crushed it. They're a really good team. I was pulling for Purdue, the underdog, but they were just too much to handle. So
they were. The coach, Dan Hurley, fantastic guy.
Good family.
Good family, man.
Where did his brother Bobby play at?
He went to football college.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like the Wikipedia.
Except when you have a rebuttal question.
Yeah, nothing. Bye. See you tomorrow.